Lots of wide receiver news going on in the NFL right now, starting with Jeudy traded to the Cleveland Browns. Denver Broncos traded him for a 5th and 6th round pick. So right there, obviously not really a lot of value for the former number 15 overall pick in the 2020 draft. I'm a Broncos fan. Jeudy had a first good year with the Broncos, but other than that, really inconsistent dude. He's a great route runner, but stone hands, never really got it going. Pretty unreliable, but who knows? Maybe he'll turn it around. Maybe this is a wake-up call for him. Maybe he'll turn up in Cleveland under Amari Cooper. It could work. It could work. Those are two great elite route runners right there, Cooper and Jeudy. So maybe he could learn a thing or two from Amari. I don't know, but Jeudy's gone. I think it was the right move. Sucks how it was only a 5th and 6th, but again, that just shows how teams viewed Jeudy. 211 catches, 3,053 yards, 11 touchdowns in 4 seasons in Denver. So he never hit the 1,000 receiving yards mark. Ouch. And just 2 touchdowns on 758 yards in 2023. So not coming off a great year whatsoever. But another potential trade coming up is Dionate Johnson out of Pittsburgh. Dionate Johnson got into some drama last year with the Steelers, locker room issues, and usually when that happens, a team perspective, and they're dealing with a diva wide receiver, I just think that's kind of like a cancer in the locker room and just the overall culture. I just don't think the divas are really worth it unless they're truly a Hall of Fame talent like Terrell Owens or Michael Irvin or just someone of that caliber. Even like OBJ clearly wasn't worth it. Like the Giants traded him for a reason back in the day, even when he still had a lot left in the tank. So I'm guessing Dionate Johnson is probably gone. If I had to guess, I think a 4th and a 3rd is pretty good for Dionate. I think that would be fair. He definitely rakes in a lot of targets. He led the Steelers in targets and receiving yards from 2020 to 2022. His best year came in 2021 with 107 catches, 1,100 yards, and 8 touchdowns. In 77 games, he has 391 receptions, 4,363 yards, and 25 touchdowns. So he's a productive player, and he's a solid player. I think he's a solid 2 on a good team. He's a solid 2. We'll see if he goes. My guess is they'll probably trade him. If the Steelers trade away a talent, in my opinion, a Hall of Fame talent like AB, they'll definitely trade a lower talent like Dionate Johnson. So another potential trade is coming out of Dallas with Michael Gallup getting permission to seek a trade. Gallup is set to account for a 13.8 cap hit next year, so if they get him off the books, that would save the Cowboys $9.5 million. So definitely a pretty penny right there. Michael Gallup he's been on the Cowboys for quite a while now. His first couple of years were good, but he's dealt with some injuries, and with Brandon Cooks coming on last year, he kind of doesn't really have a role in the team anymore, and he's just been quiet, so he's frustrated. They don't really need him or use him anymore, so it makes sense that things are ending here with Michael Gallup in Dallas. 2018 3rd round pick, best year in 2019, 66 catches, 1,107 yards, not bad at all. The year after, 59 receptions, 843 yards. Past 3 years, he hasn't surpassed 40 receptions and 500 yards, so really got quiet after his first 2 years. And this move just makes a lot of sense too, because the Cowboys have 2 contracts to pay up. One being Dak Prescott, the other being CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee is going to command a lot of money, which I think he's worth every penny. Straight baller, straight baller. So fun to watch, and they need every penny in the bank. As far as Dak, that's a whole other conversation. If I'm the Cowboys, man, I would really try to move off of Dak and not pay him just a crazy, stupid number. I mean, come on. After that playoff game, how can you pay a guy like nearly $500 million after a performance like that? Come on, like, Dak is fine, but you're never going to win a Super Bowl with him. He's a regular season guy, and that's fine, but if you really want to get a ring, if you really want to be about that, Dak Prescott is not your guy, but that is a whole other rabbit hole and a whole other conversation. So, if you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, let me know too. I'm curious your perspective. Lastly, Tyler Lockett is staying in Seattle with the restructured contract. It will be a 2-year, $30 million deal with nearly $13 million guaranteed in 2024. Not bad for him at all, considering how he didn't have a great year last year with only 894 yards, 5 touchdowns, his lowest since 2017. Not really sure why the fall off happened. I know JSN kind of took over that number 2 role, with DK still being the number 1, but I don't know. Tyler Lockett's been around for a long time. Great player. Always been a great, reliable player. But who knows? Maybe Father Time is kind of wearing him down. But good for him. That's a solid contract. Especially getting that guaranteed money. I honestly thought that they were going to cut him or maybe try to trade him for like a 4th or a 3rd or something. But you know, he's been in that locker room for a long time, so he's a piece of that team. He's a piece of that culture, so they value him a lot. Lots and lots of receiver news heating up in the NFL. I'm excited. Free agency is about to start very soon. Should be a fun time for everyone involved, especially us fans. Looking forward to it. Let me know what y'all think about all these moves. What do you want to see in the future, free agency-wise, and that's all I got for right now. Peace.
Uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play. When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
And here's the toss. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.